Virgo, you are up for the March Love Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Okay, so obviously this is the love reading. The general readings are already up for March for all of the signs. We're still in February. All of the readings are up for February. General, love, and money readings. Also collective readings. Whatever you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm using one of my custom decks, and then I will clarify with a regular tarot deck. May I have the energy for Virgo for March? May I have the energy for Virgo for March? May I have the energy for Virgo for March? What is it that Virgo needs to hear about love? What is it that Virgo needs to hear about love? What is it that Virgo, wow, this is the third time this card is at the bottom of the deck, needs to hear about love? Meeting or met through a friend. Meeting or met, I have gnats flying around. Meeting or met through a friend. Okay, may I have some cards, please? I'm not taking that. It didn't fall out the way I wanted it to. Thank you. That's more like it. Now this card, who did this card come out for? Gemini. That's who it came out for. Or no, it wasn't Gemini. It was Aries. That's who it came out for. This card came out for Gemini. Go figure. Some of you might have Aries or Gemini in your chart. All right, what else is it that Virgo needs to hear? Thank you. That was a lot of bounce. This card has been coming out. What is it with Asian people? The Asian card has been coming out a lot too. Bottom of the deck. You regret what you did. Wow. Yeah, you regret what you did. Because there's another card that says they regret what they did. This one is you. So what's really going on? So first card that came out is lives with family or roommates. Lives with family or roommates. So somebody lives with family or roommates. Second card that came out is no ambition. No ambition. So either they don't have ambition or you don't have ambition. And then of course, third card is Asian. So you may be Asian or they may be Asian, or you may have some Asian in your family, something like that. But Asian is the card that came out. Now, if you're not Asian, obviously it's not a huge deal. This can all be the same timeline or they can be all separate timelines. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I want to clarify this. Can we clarify lives with family or roommates? Can we clarify lives with family or roommates? Can we clarify lives with family or roommates? What is it that Virgo needs to hear about love? What is it that Virgo needs to hear about love? What is it that Virgo, taking that one, needs to hear about love? Yeah, someone's definitely a father figure. Something told me to take this card. I didn't know what it was. It was the Emperor. So definitely a father figure who they're staying with. If it's not just a father figure and it's a father and a mother, the father figure is definitely in charge of the family. It's more of what he says goes. And also he's trying to create structure too. So for somebody who lives with their family or roommates, but obviously I feel this is a family situation. The father figure is trying to create structure, is what they're trying to do. Can we, okay. The Fool. So this is kind of interesting. No, the Fool is clarifying no ambition. I would probably say the Fool is one of the most ambitious cards in the deck. Now, this is the thing. I remember this saying when I was watching The Next Karate Kid. I don't know if you've seen that movie or not. It was the fourth one. Because that was the one with Hilary Swank. Because, what's his name? Ralph Macchio? Whatever. You know who I'm talking about. The Karate Kid, he didn't do that one because they wanted to try something different. But when Mr. Miyagi was training her, and she was on the boat practicing or whatever, and he said to her, ambition without knowledge is like a boat on dry land. And for whoever this is with the ambition, I feel like they want to try all of these different things, but they don't want to get the knowledge to do it, if that makes sense. Like, they don't care about learning the knowledge to do it. It's just more like, okay, I'd rather just fall into it. It's that type of energy is what I'm getting. Which again, ambition without knowledge is like a boat on dry land. They don't want the knowledge part. They want to try to bypass all of that. And that's where their ambition is lacking, is in learning the knowledge. They have the ambition. It's just lacking when it comes to learning the knowledge. They don't care about that. All right. Can we clarify Asian, please? And also, full energy is Aries or Aquarius. Can we clarify Asian, please? Thank you. That's the Strength card. Interesting. You could be dealing with a Leo with the Strength card here. Also, someone could be kind of clingy too. Either you could be holding on to them or they could be holding on to you. But I feel that someone might be kind of clingy. We're trying to get you locked down or whatever, in the sense of they don't want anyone else approaching you, or you don't want anyone else approaching them. I'm looking here. I feel like you, Virgo, I feel like you might have kept your options open. And that might be the thing you regret what you did. What's at the bottom of the deck? I didn't even check that. Yeah, Ace of Wands. You were checking out new options. Again, if it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I'm getting the energy of, yeah, this person, I guess they weren't giving you what you needed. Part of that being no ambition may have been some of that. But here we are. So, and also, if this is you with the no ambition, which I really don't feel like that's you, because Virgos are very intellectual people, because your ruling planet is Mercury. So you're very analytical people. Virgos aren't people who shy away from information. If anything, Virgos go after too much information. So I don't feel this is you. What I do feel is that due to the stuff they were doing or lack thereof, you decided to keep your options open. Something may have happened with one of those options. Ace of Wands. And you regret doing it. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So yeah. That is the message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.